Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. I want to give double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. And peace, love, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom. Honor Brother Yakov from Prophets in Babylon, Tampa, Florida. Coming at you with Lord willing. And edifying, let's feed the sheep who believe on the names of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in truth and sincerity. Shalom to you and your households. And this is a quick lesson that was on my spirit. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but, Jake bullshitted. So I'm doing it today because I really wanted to do this lesson. And I wanted to go into the topic of Moses, and how, we're coming in that same stead. And I want to open up with the book of Hebrews, the 11th chapter and the 24th verse. And it reads, by faith, Moses, when he was called, Salakia, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. And that kind of stuck with me because the hopeful elect, we come in that same stead, man. All right, we could have, we all had dreams and aspirations and, opportunities in this life, but we chose rather to suffer, with our people than to enjoy the pleasure of sin for a season. Because, hey, look, regardless if Moses would have, which it was ordained for him to do so it really isn't a what if, but let's say hypothetically speaking, Moses, accepted to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, and he got that high seat in Egypt. The Lord was still going to take out Egypt. The Lord would have raised someone else up to lead his people out of Egypt. But Moses chose to what? He chose to suffer, affliction with the people of the Lord than to enjoy that position for a season. You see? The pleasures of sin for a season. So we come in that same stead. We all had opportunities, like I said, to be something in this world, but we chose to suffer and serve Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, rather than to enjoy America for a season, because at the end of the day, this place is through. This place is going out, man. So we're suffering right now for a greater cause. All right, you're suffering for a greater cause coming in the stead of Moses. All right. So I want to just get a few precepts, and Lord willing, it's edifying, Lord willing, to make sense to the elect, to the hopeful elect as of now. All right. And let's see it, man. Come on, bro. Really? All right, here we go. I'm going to grab this. This is the book of Mark, not Mark, but this is the book of Matthew chapter 16 to verse 24. Salakia. It says, then said Yahweh Shai to his disciples, it says, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. All right. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. And that's right. See, we lost our life, and that's what Moses did. Moses lost his life because, hey, Moses was a prince, basically, because Pharaoh, his daughter, was, instead of raising Moses up. All right, so Moses was a prince in Egypt. He had a high position, you see, but he forsook that position, and chose to suffer with Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And likewise us, we weren't necessarily princes, but it just goes to show you how, even with the little we have, we must forsake it, you see. But Moses, our forefather, he had, a high position, man. So that was a thing of faith, to leave that position to go into the wilderness for 40 years and deal with stubborn Jake. All right, that was a great thing of faith in the sight of Yahweh Shema Shah, because he could have accepted that, position, but he chose rather to suffer, with the Lord. So how much more for us, that we must forsake. We're not princes on this side. We're not in a high position. Now, you do have brothers that were in, positions of power, but hey, brothers forsook that to serve Yahweh Shem Shai, rather to enjoy that pleasure for a season. You see, Moses made a chess move, man, because what that did, that put him in position, for generations to come. You see, that faith followed him in the regeneration. The Lord set him upon the throne as David, if you can receive that. So the moves we make on this side, the things that we forsake on this side, that's going to put us in position in the world to come. See, we don't have position right now, but the sacrifices we make and the moves we make for our legacy is going to put us in position in the world to come, But it says, verse 25, Matthew 16 and verse 25, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. It says, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Right, so Moses would have had all that, that position in Egypt, living in sin, but he chose rather to walk in faith with Yahweh Shem Shai, and the Lord exalted him anyway. You see, it says, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then shall he reward every man according to his works. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death, so they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. So, even now, the moves we make now is going to result in some of us not tasting death. You see, some of us is going to be translated into an immortal body, not tasting death on this side, because of the moves you make and the sacrifices you made, coming in instead of our forefather Moses, forsaking, sin and positions of power, and choosing rather to suffer for a season, man. All right. Paul said, our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal way to glory. So the little things we go through right now, can't compare to what's to come for us. You see? Because like I said, Moses could have accepted that position, and then what, what would I leave him in the life to come? You see? Because of that move he made, now look at him. Now he's exalted. The Lord put him on the throne anyway. You see, now the Lord said he's going to be on the throne forever, as David, because of that one move he made, one chess move, man. And see, we made that same type of move. Coming, Salakia, coming in instead of our forefathers, when Yahweh Shah was going out to gather his disciples. It said they straightway left their nets. He said, follow me and I will make you fishers of men. They straightway left their nets. And he said, because of that, you're going to sit upon 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So, whatever we have to forsake right now, we forsake it. Looking forward to what's to come for that. All right? Because there is a reward for the things that we forsake. The Lord said, you shall receive 100-fold, This is Colossians 3 and verse 4. It says, start at verse 3. It says, matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, set your affections on things above, not on things on earth. For ye are dead and your life is hid with Hamashiach and Yahweh. So our life is hid right now. We have a life, yeah, but you're not really enjoying your life. This life is kind of borrowed. The Lord, this life is borrowed. This vessel, this vehicle that we're in is borrowed. We're renting it out, basically. And the way we, pay the Lord is by doing the work. This you can't, when you rent a car, you can't just do anything you want to do in that car. You got to keep it clean. You know, you got to make sure it's up to date. So when you return it back to its owner, it's you return it back in the way it was given to you. So this life right now is borrowed. We're on borrowed time. All right, so we don't have no life. It says, for ye are dead and your life is hid with Hamashiach and Yahweh. When Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye appear with him also in glory. Right, so when the Lord, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. So that's when we gonna be able to live. But right now we have to forsake and make moves to get closer to that, as Moses did. You see, even if you have opportunities in this world and you forsake those, there is a reward if you continue in righteousness. So we making moves right now, that we may ultimately, be found with Yahweh Shai. All right, because that is our life. Right now we don't necessarily have a life, and even if you, like I said earlier, you gonna choose to enjoy pleasure of sin for a season, but that doesn't take away that doesn't take away from the fact that Babylon is still gonna be destroyed. See, that doesn't take away from the fact that the Lord still, wipe this place clean. So what's the more legacy-minded move? What's the more legacy-minded move? See? What's the more, what's the real chess move that we should make that our seed that comes after us will be set up good. You see? Even when you look at our forefather Abraham, that move he made when he was offered to give up his, when the Lord told him to give up his son, and he was going to offer him up. That set us up perfectly. Now the Lord said, what? That one sacrifice, that one move he made off of faith. The Lord said, what? I will, set your seed up above the stars of heaven. I will multiply thy seed above the stars of heaven, man. We're going to be good in eternal excellency. All right? Blessed forever because of that one move. So, we all going to have to come to a point in our walk where we're going to have to make a legacy-minded move like Moses did, like Abraham did, you see? That's going to set us up for, generations to come, for eternity, like Yahweh Shai did. You look at these great men in the scriptures, they all had that one, it was a decision that they had to make that was going to set up their legacy forever. All right, that was going to submit their legacy forever and for those who come after them. All right, our forefathers made move for us. All right, scripture says these died. Let me grab that. Let me grab this right quick. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 13. It says, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off. You see? So they looked and they had that tunnel vision. They seen them afar off, like understanding that I may not receive it in my life, but those that come after me will. You see? Those that come after me will receive these things, man. And guess what? Now we're in that life where we're going to receive those benefits that our forefathers was promised. We are going to be the first, Lord willing, if we endure. We're going to be the first inheritors of that promise because of the decisions that they made. You see? And that's how the flesh try to get you, because the flesh try to get you to make a move for the now. Being like fucking Esau, a nobody, a loser. when it was time for him to inherit the birthright, he couldn't because he sold it, because he thought in the flesh. The flesh wanted it now, you see, but the spirit seeing afar off. And our forefathers walked in the spirit. They seen afar off and made moves for that. Now look, we're about to inherit that promise. So it says, But having seen them afar off and were persuaded of them and embraced them and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. See? So now we coming in that same stead, man. So, this is a quick lesson. And we have to move in the spirit of our forefathers, seeing the promises afar off. So I pray it was edifying. It was pretty quick, but it was on my spirit to do it. So I'm going to close out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakwadash. And whatever you're going through in your walk, you got to see them. You got to see the promises. You got to, see what the Lord has set out for us, man. Through the hell you're going through that decision, though it may be a tough decision, what's the latter end of it? So, till the next time, Shalom.